Scorpio, you are up for the May Love Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. It's so crazy. As I was saying all of that, like 3 things were going on in my head at once. Because I'm like, okay, I need to make sure I mention this. I need to make sure I mention that. All right, first thing is, the reason I'm starting with Scorpio is because for April, for the general readings, Scorpio had the most views. So I decided to start with Scorpio for that. Also, and the air's on my refrigerator. You can probably hear that in the background. And somebody's doing some work on something outside. So for the outside noises, if you hear those, that's what those things are. Also, the general readings for May are already up if you have not watched the May general reading. So just take a look at those and see what resonates. And that's the thing. I say to everyone, whether it's about love, whether it's a general, whether it is about money and career, which I plan on doing those too, or just the daily for the collective, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. Now, you're the only one I'm really digging into the pre-shuffle energy for, because I'm trying to get these to go on through. So for pre-shuffle energy, Scorpio, if you are single, there is a high possibility that you will meet someone new if you have not met them already. The energy that came out was be careful who you tell, especially if you're meeting someone new, where you may feel like, oh, it's an instant connection because there's a lot of passion there. Be careful who you tell, like your friends and things like that. Also, going back to the passion part, some of you may meet someone where it's just like, as soon as you meet, it's physical chemistry. It's like, oh my God, as in when you two get together, you get together. That type of energy. Don't let passion turn into addiction. So just want to throw that out there. Also, self-sabotage came up during the pre-shuffle energy, but I feel like things will balance out. I don't see that happening, but just know that that's kind of one of the things that came up. So let me go ahead. I have several decks here. I have like 3 oracle decks and 2 tarot decks. I may use all of them, or I may only use 2 or 3. But let's just see what we get. All right, I'm going to start with an oracle deck right quick. May I have the energy for Scorpio, for love, for May 2022. May I have the energy for Scorpio, for love, for May 2022. May I have the energy for Scorpio, for love, for May 2022. What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear in regards to love for May 2022? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? Too many. May I have some cards, please? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? Thank you. What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? For love. Something's telling me to take this card. Wow. Okay. What's at the bottom of the deck? Huh. Interesting. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, it says healing heart at the bottom of the deck. And it says healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. That might be why addiction came up in the pre-shuffle. From that, some of you might be healing from addiction. healing your heart from an addiction. Now, it's interesting here for the 2 cards that came out. The first one is talking. It says interested, conversing more. Awaited message arrives. Text, call, email, hovering. So I feel, and also I feel there's going to be a confession from someone. The reason I'm saying that, because in the pre-shuffle, the Moon card came out, the Page of Cups came out, and what was the other one? The Ace of Pentacles too, and the Ace of Cups in 2 different decks. So I feel, especially with the Moon card, some of you might be hearing from a secret admirer, is what may be going on for the month of May. Someone finally saying, hey, Scorpio, I have a thing for you. Now that song is playing through my head. I don't know if you listen to Trina or not, but there's that song. Who was the girl that sang with her on that song? Was that Kelly or was it Keisha Cole? It was one of them. It was I Have a Thing for You. Listen to it sometime if you've never heard it. It's by the rapper Trina. And then you have wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So you have wedding rings. Someone's blasting their music outside, so that's what that is. But wedding rings. All right, let me go ahead and take a wow. These 2 were left over. When I lifted, if you notice that when I lifted it up, these 2 were left over. So these are the 2 that I'm taking. I don't believe in accidents in tarot. I just don't. So let's see what we have. Union. I told you. It says union. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. I told you. And I have a feeling this may happen. Don't forget, there's a full moon in Scorpio in May. This may happen around the full moon. I don't know the exact date. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll look it up on my other phone. Give me 1 second for the people listening to the podcast that can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. When is, let's see. And no, I'm not a fast typer on my phone. When is the full moon in Scorpio? 2022. Full moon in Scorpio, May 14th. Okay, so May 14th is when the full moon is in Scorpio. So don't be surprised if around May the 14th, someone might confess how they feel. If you're already dealing with someone might want to upgrade what is already there. So I'm just saying that, but yeah. And it says when you least expect it too. So again, with that Ace of Cups energy, Ace of Pentacles energy, someone coming in when you least expect it. I might title this that. And this is also, the second card is moment. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. All right, I'm not using this one. I'm just going to go straight to the tarot deck. Let's see what we get here. May I have the energy for Scorpio, for love, for May 2022. May I have the energy for Scorpio, for love, for May 2022. Energy for Scorpio, for love, for May 2022. What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear for love, for May 2022? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? Thank you. Interesting. Three of Swords in the reverse. And also, this is the Sexual Magic Tarot Some of the images are kind of extra, so now you've been warned. But Three of Swords came out in the reverse, going back to that healing heartache as well, which is at the bottom of the deck on this one, on the Oracle deck. Some of you may have been put in a third-party situation and you didn't realize it. Could have been with an air sign. Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a third-party situation, because Three of Swords is about extreme heartache. Also, it could have been something where things were said, because swords deal with communication too. But it came out in the reverse. So definitely there's some healing going on here. May I have some more cards for Scorpio, please? Wow, that's too many. Too many cards. May I have some more cards for Scorpio, please? Okay, that works. Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, somebody's coming in slow. This is Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And then the other card that came out is the Eight of Swords. So with the Eight of Swords, you might be a little blocked off from this. I don't know why. I kind of feel because these came out together, that might be the individual and not you. It could be you, Scorpio, but I feel like this might have been the individual, where they were kind of hesitant about coming towards you, which is why it took them so long. Knight of Pentacles, for those who have not been approached yet. And now they're about to arrive and make the offer. Don't forget, Page of Cups came out in the pre-shuffle. Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles came out. So this is someone who's stable, that wants to make a stable offer to you. But they were on the fence because maybe they didn't know if they could. Maybe they were afraid of rejection. What's at the bottom of the deck? Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're going to get the victory. And it's kind of interesting what I was thinking in my head. There's going to be some type of clarity, some type of announcement. I was thinking Eight of Swords plus Three of Swords is the Ace of Swords in my head. But I didn't say it out loud. And it's kind of interesting that that's how it came out, with the Ace of Swords on the bottom. There's going to be some type of clarity on this. And it's interesting. As I'm looking at this image and everything that's going on, I really feel that once it is established that both parties feel the same way, that it's reciprocal, that both parties are like, yeah, I'm into you, and yeah, I'm into you type thing, it's going to get real crazy in a good way. I'm picking up that energy. So, yeah, I almost feel like this is better late than never, in a way. But there is an offer being made here while healing is happening, too, from previous situations in regards to love, is what I'm picking up. I don't really think there's anything else to clarify. This is pretty direct. So that's all I got. So yeah, an offer is coming in. There's a victory in this offer with the Ace of Swords at the bottom. Definitely a union. Wedding rings right here. If you're not in a relationship, someone is going to offer you a relationship. If you are in a relationship, don't be surprised if they want to upgrade with the wedding ring, where they want something more, not stable, but something more solid, something, a true commitment is what they want. And then that's when the wedding rings come in, is what I'm picking up. And I'm going back to this with the Eight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. I just feel like for one person, it just took them forever to get up the courage to finally say how they feel. So yeah, but either way, a love offer is coming in for single and for in a relationship. If you're single, it's going to be new. If you're in a relationship, they want to upgrade, is what it is. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, Scorpio, be blessed.